So now that the other Amazon video of how I got fired from the warehouse Amazon, now we're gonna talk about why I quit doing delivery driving for Amazon. Number one, the job pays, and you know what I'm saying, for what you're doing, it's horrible. I'm not gonna lie, but I signed up for it, so I'm not gonna sit here and lie and complain to y'all. Oh, I should have. Nah, I knew what I was signing myself up for because I listened to everything that they said. But one thing that people do not tell you when you apply for Amazon delivery driving, is the rescues. Now, personally, I never complained working a job. The routes were terrible, of course. Some days I have 200 stops. Some days I have 150 stops. Some days I have 145 and maybe be the least amount of stops. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I could bang it all out. If I start at 11, I could be done by maybe 5 o'clock. Now, the problem with that job was the rescues. When they tell you that it's a 12-hour shift, they're not telling you that for no reason. A lot of them will tell you, like, yeah, if you finish early, you'll be able to go home. But that's not really the case, bruh. When I started my first day, I had a baby route, which is called a nursery route. A nursery route is pretty much 80 stops, something around there, right? Sometimes if you start in peak season, it might start you off at like 110, 120. So I'm doing my nursery route. I end up finishing early. It's my first time. I did all my overflow in the back. Everything's going good. I'm tired. I'm beat. For my first day, it was a horrible day. I'm in San Francisco. If anybody knows what that is, basically all of the hills are like this. They're like that. You know what I'm saying? They go straight up. That's all it is. So you delivering uphill, downhill. And the way the routes was going, you might have to deliver up street, drive back down the street, drive back up the street. However it's calculated for them to feel like you'll get done the fastest is what the case is. Obviously, eventually I learned that I can pick routes and pick my next stop and things of that nature. Especially being that when you get into an apartment complex, you might have to skip that apartment because nobody's in the apartment is responding, so the door can be open so you can deliver the rest of your packages. I finished my nursery route. It's about 5:30, and then I get the call of death. You gotta call them and let them know that you're heading back. I get the call of death. Oh, can you go rescue Susan? I go rescue Susan. I pick up an additional 40 stops. You know what I'm saying? Now, that was half of what I did. So I didn't finish, obviously, till about 9:30. And I was back to the warehouse by maybe 10:30. What really irritates me the most about Amazon delivery is you can get a good route and have to go rescue somebody 4 or 5 cities away at my warehouse. I'm not going to say which warehouse I worked at. I'll comment it down below if somebody asks me. But it's just not a good experience, bro. And I'm not going to lie to you. The job is exactly what you sign up for. So I'm not going to sit here and bash and say, oh, well, they should have paid me more. I knew what I was getting myself into. But I also was getting myself into that position because I needed money. So it's like, on one hand, I understand that people want to make more money. And on the other hand, I understand that, you know what I'm saying, they should automatically be paying more because that's their job. But I'm just letting y'all know, if y'all looking into getting into delivery, please listen to what they're telling you so you can actually understand what you will be doing, because the videos and the things that you see are actually true. And if you end up having to do it, don't get upset. It's people that will have a whole route and say, F this, I'm driving back. They'll bring that back. And guess what? Somebody will end up taking that route and going and delivering it. Amazon Flex, I feel like it's kind of like overflow, or if they got way too many packages, they dish it out to them. But I'll talk about how I did Amazon Flex too. I done did pretty much everything you can think of in Amazon besides be a manager, because being a manager means you have to be a person that I'm not going to say on here, you know what I'm saying, and y'all can put it together in your mind. I want to hear every single one of you guys' Amazon stories. Tell me everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, how bad it was, how boring it was, how much you hated it. Let me know so we can vibe together, and maybe I'll make this a series and keep talking about it.